let's not mince words. Modern Horizons 3 dropped and was a wildly successful Magic the Gathering release. Maybe the best Magic product of all time. And like we're known to do here, as we track every single sold listing of sealed product on TCG Player, the performance of the MH3 boxes on the secondary market has been superb. They've been outstanding. Well, until recently, one of the boxes seems to be coming down in value, and kind of as we talked about on the product release, it might be looking like it's about time to buy some of those products. And no, not only for sleazy investor and value going up reasons, but because as Magic fans, when we spend our money, we like to get the best deal possible. So join me today as I talk about Modern Horizons 3, kind of the life cycle of the product, what I expect to see next, and where I'm spending my money right now. All right, let's go. It's no secret I was a massive MH3 fan. I could not wait for the product to drop, and I have been expecting for the better part of a year now, since its announcement, that we were going to see one of the best Magic the Gathering sets of all time. And I gotta tell you, MH3 has not disappointed. The number of cards that are making waves in various formats, and yes, even breaking various formats, looking directly at Pro Tour Nadu Horizons 3, and yeah, I believe that card's getting banned. I can't imagine it wouldn't. The ring is another discussion. But listen, this is not a metagame discussion video. While these things have come out and there have been waves made, there is a life cycle that happens with Magic the Gathering products. Most of the time they come out, we get super excited about them, we rush to buy as much as humanly possible, and then, well, thanks to that rapid release cycle where we get a new Magic the Gathering set every 20 seconds, it seems like, the products kind of fade into the background and are purchased by only the hardest of core Magic fans looking to kind of get their teeth on an experience they may have missed or something they really enjoyed. But I expect Modern Horizons 3 to be quite different, and there's one box in particular that I think is going to have a really weird life cycle when it comes to this release. So join me today in this rant, and before we get too much further down the rabbit hole, I guess, make sure to hit the sub button. I'm a small channel, we're racing to 9,000 subscribers, and every click of that button helps. So thanks to everyone who the last couple of videos have clicked that button. It has been wildly noticeable. You guys are crushing it. But when I talk about Modern Horizons 3, I like to start with what I consider to be the base. And the base of every set, in my opinion, is the general booster box for regular people to crack, to play with, whatever it is people do with booster boxes. Put them on shelves and create crazy YouTube backgrounds, whatever it might be. And the play booster for Modern Horizons 3, I believe, is the product to watch most closely. If we were all to close our eyes, I would make a couple predictions. I would say the collector box continues to go up. I would say commander decks stay relatively stable, maybe up over the long term, but the play booster box is something that, in my opinion, Wizards of the Coast is generally invested in having around, having available to people. As a set that has such a wildly large reach, it is one of their few sets that can sit on shelves throughout a year and sell pack after pack after pack. And let's face facts, Outlaws of Thunder Junction was cool, we enjoyed it, Ixalan was great, but not every person goes to their game store, sees one of those sets on the shelves, and picks up a pack. Commander Masters was kind of the exception. While it didn't perform super well initially, when we go back to the game store, we see Commander Masters, we see Baldur's Gate, something that has such a wide reach and exciting cards in there. Well, we're more attuned to get in there and say, hey, give me a pack, give me two. I'm going to chase that crazy serialized card. I'm going to chase that commander. I'm going to chase that thing I've been looking for, maybe a couple months now. And I think Modern Horizons 3 play booster boxes are going to have a good opportunity to do just that. While they don't contain serialized cards, I do think there's a lot of love and a lot of versatility in that product. Let's close our eyes and do a thought exercise together. Well, you don't have to close your eyes. Most of you listen on your phones or while driving. If you're driving, please don't close your eyes, unless you're really adventurous and you're not actually driving. Gosh, I can't get myself in trouble. Nobody closed their eyes. Nobody's closing their eyes. But we're all going to crack a Modern Horizons 3 play booster pack. And as we go through these things, there's almost something that you can do with every single card in the box. Modern Horizons 3, or in the pack, Modern Horizons 3 limited play was extremely fun, it was verbose, it was diverse, and Commander is wildly affected by Modern Horizons 3, with a good percentage of the set actually appearing in Commander decks. You couple that with the fact that Modern was Yes, warped by the release of the product, and in almost every pack, you're going to find something to do with the cards that you open. And yeah, there's always going to be both. There's going to be things you don't use, things you might not use, but there's going to be a much higher percentage in Modern Horizons 3 that you do. For that reason, I really think the Play Booster Box sticking around is going to be a good thing, and I expect this thing to be printed in large numbers continuously. If that happens, the product may continue to drop in price, and then it becomes on my radar as something to pick up. I've talked about this in other videos, and if I remember, I'll link it up here. Maybe I'll link it at the end. I'll link it somewhere. I like to buy Play Booster and Draft Booster boxes to put on my shelf. Not because I'm a skeezy investor and those have the most possible potential for value, but because, well, they're versatile. If we decide we don't want this on our shelf anymore, we can invite some friends over, crack it, play limited, play draft. We can sit down with a beer, a glass of wine, or our favorite soda and open the box and just pull some cards. We can do so many things with the draft and play booster box that I love having a ton of them around just in case. More so than the value aspect is the idea that if I don't turn this into value or sell it down the road, I can always do something with this box. Now, conversely, collector boosters are pretty much just about the pulls and just about the value. And Modern Horizons 3 collector boosters are no exception, but these are exceptional collector booster boxes. Not only are there cards that make all the waves and all the formats that we already discussed, but there are treatments in there that the community has actually taken to. And you couple that with the fact that these serialized cards in MH3 have not only taken off, but gone to the moon and beyond. Shout out in the Discord, Marcus, the serialized guy. If you guys are around, I'll link the Discord below. We got tons of conversations about MH3 serialized cards and all things Magic the Gathering can be found below. But these are all wonderful ingredients in a stew to make a collector booster box worth opening. And to boot, you take the idea that all of these things are, true, and Wizards of the Coast then not lightly printed, but seemingly manage these collector booster box print run correctly. And in my opinion, the collector booster box shouldn't always be readily available. The collector booster box is not needed to play the game. People aren't going in, cracking packs, shuffling up, putting decks together with them, and jamming cardboard with their friends. That is the beauty and the most important aspect of Magic the Gathering, and for that to happen, the Play Booster Box has to be around. Collector Booster Box, conversely, does not. It should be limited, it should be hard to get, and should make you feel good if you do decide to enter that arena and buy a Collector Booster Box. And MH3 did a wonderful job of this. I expect to see this product to continue to rise in value, and unless we get some Kamigawa Neon Dynasty style reprint, rediscovery, and distribution, I think we're going to see these hold good value for a long time to come. Now, the commander decks is where things get interesting. I'm not going to touch on the collector commander decks today. I believe those might deserve their own video, but the commander decks kind of fall into the should be around for a long time to give people an excuse to get together with their friends, buy a set of decks, play in a pod, really experience everything the set has to offer, as all of the cards and the strategies and the lines of play in these decks are really from Modern Horizons 3. They don't really expand outward, and yeah, not necessarily all the cards, but you get what I'm saying. You get to live in that arena, much like you do for Universes Beyond. You get to live in the Modern Horizons 3 time when you buy these decks. But it does seem that these products always sell better than Wizards of the Coast anticipate, and there does always seem to be one super commander deck that everybody has to get their hands on. Like Lost Caverns of Ixalan was the Velociraptor deck, and every other deck just kind of had some decent value in it. And because of this, I think there are more deck sets sold than are actually used. Not only are stores intentionally buying these and piecemealing them out, parting them out, selling them on the secondary market, which is not a bad thing. You get to sell singles, people can buy the singles they want, and stores have a product that they can purchase knowing, hey, I have some singles I can crack and sell in this box. But it also gives we have the chance to get out and buy the cards we want rather than buy the whole deck. But because of this, I really think commander decks often go up in price quicker than I would have anticipated or would have wanted them to. And while the commander decks have been mostly stable for Modern Horizons 3, I would be surprised if that continues. I actually think we're going to see some kind of event that makes these trend up, down, or all around. And if we get a massive restock, I could see these things coming back down to a more reasonable price. But other than that, I think they're going to be, pretty solid and here to stay. But the moral of the story is, my hard-earned money right now is buying the Play Booster Box. I'm seeing the price trend downward. I'm seeing some good deals pop up on the secondary market. I'm seeing posts on Facebook where you can get involved and maybe buy a box for cheaper because someone's trying to get enough money to get their next pre-order in for Magic or whatever it might be. I really think this is a cool time to pick up that product, and I love the versatility, the fact that I can do something else with the box rather than just come into my office and look at it on the shelf. I love the opportunity that the Play Booster Box has, and for that reason, I'm picking some more up. You see, I got some up here, I think, on the top shelf, and past that, I think I'm going to add some more to my collection just for a rainy day. But hey, that's just me. That's what I'm doing. I want to hear what you're doing in the comment section below. Are you still liking Modern Horizons 3? Is it something you're interested in still buying, or have you all but moved on and you're ready for those furry critters? Let me know in the comment section below. Again, all of the YouTube stuff, liking, commenting, and sharing this video go a long way for a small channel like me, so I appreciate each and every one of you taking the time. Thank you so much for hanging out today. Until next time, you guys know me. My name is Josh, and I'm kind of liking the new setup. I'm liking the new feng shui, if you will. All right, we'll see you around. Bye.